There was one moment for me in sales and in business that completely changed how I think about work. Not because of motivation and not because of hype, because I finally saw the difference between working hard and building something scalable. So, for a long time, I thought success was mostly about effort, working harder, staying longer, outworking everybody. And don't get me wrong, effort matters. But eventually, I realized some people were putting in massive effort with very little leverage. So here's what I started seeing. I started noticing two completely different business models. One model depended almost entirely on constant physical presence, then endless hours and manual effort, trading time directly for income. If you stopped working, everything stopped. Then I saw something different. I got exposure to another side of the industry. And for a time, I saw what happens when a business is built on systems, on leads and processes, on scale, not just hustle. So here's the realization that changed everything for me because I realized the right business model can multiply your effort, the wrong one can trap you and your effort. So here's the difference. One person is waking up every day trying to create opportunity from scratch. They're out there hunting and gathering, right? Another person has systems bringing opportunity to them. It's the parable of the hunter gatherer versus the farmer, right? That's a completely different life. So here's the shift in my thinking. I stopped asking, how hard can I work? And I started asking, what am I actually building here? Because those are not the same questions. Here's what hit me hard. I saw people working unbelievably hard, but with very little freedom, very little flexibility, and very little ownership over their own time. And I thought, if I'm going to build something for the years of my life, the best years of my life, it eventually has to give life back to me. So there's a bigger lesson that I learned. A business model matters more than most people realize because eventually your systems determine your lifestyle. Your structure is going to determine your freedom and your model determines your ceiling. Okay. So here's what I wanted. I didn't want to spend my entire life chasing, right? Being chained to a building. I wanted leverage, autonomy, remote income, time freedom, and peace, not just money. So there was a perspective change that I had, right? So this is the most important part. Hard work alone is not the goal because building something sustainable is. Because you can work extremely hard and you can build a life that you don't actually want. Here's the truth. Once I saw that scalable systems look like, I couldn't unsee it. My standards changed. My vision changed entirely. And honestly, my entire direction changed. Sometimes the biggest shift in your life happens when you realize effort is only powerful if it's attached to the right vehicle. If you've ever realized that the model matters just as much as the effort, comment model down below because that realization can change your entire future. I hope this changed your perspective a little bit and you get a little bit more understanding about what truly matters in your life. Until next time, man, peace.